Hey you guys, what's up? It's Len Ray. 2018. 2018 was quite something. It wasn't the worst year. No, that credit goes to 2017. But it was definitely something. And I say it's something because, well, I don't I feel that 2018 barely existed for myself, mainly in the sense that a good amount of my year was me in depression. And honestly, it's like I don't even remember half of everything because of everything that I was going through, from all the lashings and beatings and torturing that I got from 2017. And so it's like it's just hard to believe that a lot of it has just gone by at this point, and that now I'm in 2019 at the beginning of the year, starting over as if um, as if the reset button was just pushed. But no, there was no reset button. It's you jumped a year ahead. Gosh, it's still hard to believe I'm 28 years old. Um, but anywho, 2018 was decent in the sense that, nothing necessarily bad happened. It was just me not really being present and me not really being alive and there a good amount of the time. And that's not even talking about the last 4 months of inactivity on this channel, which I will address in just a bit. Um, but it's just been quite something, and I honestly am just perplexed in the sense that I didn't really know how the end result was going to be of last year, because it seemed like just all year was just gloom and doom. But I realized that there were still quite a good amount of things that happened, and not only that, there was a revelation. If anything, is it the happy ending that I look forward to, or that I've been wishing for? No, not necessarily, but it's not a bad ending, and that's enough for me to say I'm satisfied, or that I'm happy at least. There are still many other things I'll be chasing and pursuing to, like, even get the benefit of everything, but for the time being, this is all good. I'm rambling a little too much. I probably should just go into everything. I gotta say that the only bad thing that happened in 2018 was the car accident that I mentioned that I was in many months ago, and technically speaking, it's still an issue that is going on about, even though it's 100% confirmed that it was not my fault. But there are some more complicated bits in there that shouldn't even be complicated at all, and well, it's just a matter of time before all that's worked out. But anyways, yeah, that's really the only horrible thing. The other things were just things I were holding on to, and things I were having a hard time getting past. And honestly, I really just want to say that it was just things that were still held on to from 2017 that made 2018 not so good. But there's a reason I say a revelation was hit, because I think it was because of one of the worst things that happened in 2017 that really pushed me to the brink of my mental state, and just how I would take on about things in general. And because of this, I had to, do some things that I was scared to do. I had to confront some problems that I was scared of confronting. And it's not completely over until, one more thing is addressed. And a lot of this is, I'm gonna keep confidential because they're personal, and they involved people that I were connected with. But I had to, confront them, and it wasn't easy, because I'm not a type of person to really conflict, or like really, enlist what's wrong with me, or what's been going on. And um, given that I finally had to do that, and given the decision that I had to make, it was really hard on me, because I knew that it would involve losing and possibly, falling all the way down to the ground, which is something that happened. But the moment I finally faced my issues, the moment I finally faced my problems, suddenly I started feeling better. Suddenly, it didn't feel like the world was so heavy on me anymore. Um, it felt like I finally just took care of all the bad things. And Originally, I'm just gonna be honest with this one. Originally, I thought it was mainly just from my breakup that had me this depressed, but apparently there are way more things that were harbored under and over that. And I finally was able to attack a good amount of those and even realize a couple of other problems that I've had that I was finally able to address and fix some things. And it really helped with my mental state and really helped with um, my character, you could say. So honestly, that's probably a really good thing in my book to finally just take care of all the things that were not so good for me and to let out anything that was toxic, because can't have any of those things going on with you in life. It just brings you down. But aside from that, there are still quite a couple other fun things that did happen this year, and these are things that didn't really talk about on the channel because, mainly because a lot of this stuff is on my Twitter, that I would ever talk about it, but and I probably will repost on Twitter some of these things. Actually, thinking about it, a couple of these things I didn't even talk about on Twitter. Okay, so for those of you who are watching the video, I guess you'll be the first ones to really hear my cool activities, but yeah, last year was filled with meeting people I didn't think I'd ever have the chance to meet. Well, at least a portion of them I'd never thought I'd have the chance to meet. The other portions, I could see the possibilities, just it probably would just take a long time, but it ended up being in the now. So, yeah, I actually ended up meeting a great deal of voice actors last year. Voice actors that are outside the MLP fandom or the show My Little Pony. And these are all for like cartoons and stuff like that, and I'm probably going to like leave out like one or two, but I guess I'll just like go through the list and maybe even give little stories. But I well, first off, at the beginning of last year, I had the privilege to meet I'm going to combine 2017 and 2018 because this is sort of like a collection. But I got to meet a good chunk of the main cast of Steven Universe. So I got to meet Dee Magna Hall. I got to meet, oh dear, what's her name? I know there's Michaela Dietz, and then there's the other one who voices Lapis Lazuli. I don't know why her name isn't coming to mind right now, and it's gonna hurt that that her name's not coming up. But yeah, I got to meet all three of them, and that be like Pearl and Amethyst, and then Lapis Lazuli, and it was cool meeting them. They're all pretty friendly individuals, and they're all a good amount of them are pretty down to earth, and it was just pretty cool having the opportunity and ability to meet them, and it'll be something I will not forget. I also met the voice actress of Connie. I think her name is Rachel, if I'm not mistaken. I hope I'm not getting that wrong. But yeah, I also met the voice actress for Connie. I met Zach Callison way long before any of them back in 2016 when I went to a benefit concert down at the Whiskey A Go Go in Hollywood. And it was pretty nice meeting him. And I met him on accident. That wasn't even planned. But yeah, sorry, trying to get back to 2018. I'm talking too much about the past. And then April was amazing because before I get into who I met, I just want to just make it clear that there was one musical that I just fell in love with a year prior, if not 2 years prior. I forgot how long I've fallen in love with this musical, but if any one of you are familiar with Hamilton, you'll know that it's like one of the best musicals that have been made to today's day and age to theater, and that was a musical that I just really loved. I love the music. I love the exposition. I love how they move the story along, and really try to work in a good amount of the information as possible while adding some flair to it. And I got to meet one of the main actors from Hamilton. I got to meet Leslie Odom Jr., who plays Aaron Burr. And it's pretty cool because he was one of my favorite actors in that musical, and I've never met anyone from Broadway before, so it was sort of like an inspiration to be able to meet somebody from a work in which you admire so much, and that just inspires you to to continue working in that field. It was an opportunity that I must say was something that was worth skipping work for. I'm so bad. But moving on. Trying to like make sure I don't leave too many other people out. I know that I met and I guess I can combine this with fandom and non-fandom, but I got to meet Maurice LaMarche, who voices Chancellor Naysay in the recent season of MLP, and he also does characters like Brain from Pinky and the Brain, and a couple other ones that are just not coming to mind right now. But I got to meet him too, and he was a pretty friendly individual, and we actually shot some pretty good conversation when I got to meet him on the day he was doing an event with a couple of other voice actors, and yeah, that was pretty good. And then I have a feeling that everything's going to start going to a blink after this. Two other people. I got to meet Demetri Martin, who is the voice of one of the bears from We Bare Bears. He voices Ice Bear. And that was unplanned because I didn't even know he was going to show up at an event. And then the last person I got to meet recently was Phil LaMarche, who has done a good amount of voices, including Samurai Jack, and he also voiced Static Shock, if I'm not mistaken. And he was pretty cool too, and he's quite a character when he just gets right into it, and he has a really friendly demeanor, and he definitely pushes in the right direction to in regards to inspiration. But yeah, last year was just a collection of meeting a lot of people, and it was completely overshadowed the fact that I was going through all of my personal BS, and I wanted to just like bring those up as to all the people I met, all the people that have like given me encouraging words to continue forth and to go forth for the industry in which I'm interested in. So that's just been an all around amazing experience to meet every single one of them, and I think those are like the big highlights. I know there were the conventions that I went to as well, but for the time being, those are like some of the nice events that I don't really bring to light much, and that hopefully I can continue to pursue and continue to look about when I keep going on this year. Those are that just about talks about those really good things. And I guess that really talks about 2018 for the time being. I don't know how much time I have left, so pardon me as I come close to the camera and come right back into my seat. So a lot of you have noticed that I have been absent for 4 months. Well, I guess given everything that I recently explained, you'll sort of understand that a good amount of that is played into me being absent. And, well, I want to talk about the channel for just a moment. You see, the thing is, there came a time last year where I felt like I was, trying to do so much for the channel that it didn't feel like it was something I was enjoying. As a matter of fact, I actually recently deleted one of the last videos on my channel because looking back at it, I wasn't enjoying that video. I didn't feel like it was before I continue. It was a react video. It was to one of Forgalor's videos, and the reason I deleted it is because I didn't feel I made that react for the right reasons. It was like genuine, and I've never seen them before, but it didn't feel as enjoyable as most of my other reactions, in which I've done in the past. It didn't feel like something that I genuinely wanted to do. I felt like I was doing it for the wrong reasons. And I don't want to put a video up if it's for, if it's for not good reasons. If I'm doing it for the sake of fulfilling an objective that isn't coming from a good place. So I took the video down and was like, I'll just do another react. I'll do something else later. And originally, as I've mentioned probably multiple times, I had content lined up to put out throughout the rest of the year, but because of one of the personal things that happened, one of those projects fell through. Couldn't do it. Because time passed a good amount of time, a couple other projects fell through. Couldn't do them, and because I just was not in the mood to make videos, I just couldn't do it. But as I took the time to step away from my channel, as I took a break away from the channel, I realized something, and it's And it was that I wasn't happy with my channel like I used to be. And it felt like I was putting out a lot of work for very little output. And I also had to realize that, you know, I wanted to be in a good place. I wanted to be in a really positive standing to really make anything in regards to my channel. And I recently started looking at a couple of things that, you know, sort of put me in the mood to want to do that. And I know that if I want to do that, it requires doing something that I didn't think would come so soon. And that one thing is branching out to things that are not too much MLP. Though MLP has been pretty cool, there are a couple other things outside the fandom that I want to try and that I want to, you know, take a stab at, and I really want to just go at it and go for it. And I just really want to see where this goes. I really want to make progress and get my spark back for, you know, my artistic groove, my means to create. I want to, you know, have my fire lit again. I want to, you know, just go at it. Just doing this video was, this video that you're looking at right now has been a little bit daunting, because usually something like this I would for sure have out at the new year. And this time it didn't happen because I was just delayed, and, you know, my mood was just not there, and I'm still coming to, and admittedly, you know, it should have been a little bit easier given that I don't have work until next week. I have all the weekend off. I have today off. I even have a couple more days from the weekend off. So, it should have been relatively helpful to get back into the swing. But, you know, when you're getting back on your own 2 feet, and when you're, you know, finally walking again after mending from your broken bones, it can be a process. So now, hopefully after this video I can get right back into the spirit of recording and just putting things out. And who knows, maybe I'll even upload things that I never completely finished but still want to share it to the world. That's still up for debate for one of the videos that I have yet to put out. I technically have a video finished. All I have to do is upload it. But I want to be sure that I'm not uploading it for the wrong reasons and doing it for the sake of it being like a fun thing. So, yeah. With that said, that's I guess you could kind of say that's kind of my plans for 2019. Oh, and to completely change my eating habits, because I guess I'll just admit this right now. I have a problem, and I know I need to fix it. I drink soda. Yeah, it's a problem. And not that soda itself is a problem, but how much I drink it. And let me put it like this. If alcohol were soda, I would be an alcoholic. And I know it's taking a toll on me, and I know I need to quit. Or at least limit it to 1 a day. So I guess that would be one of the resolutions, but no promises. I'm pretty sure I'm going to break that resolution, let's just be honest. But if I really want to like enjoy other things again, like riding theme park rides and not have big hips that are going to keep the belt from wrapping around, then I gotta change something. So yeah, that's one of the things I gotta cut, and probably a couple other things. And I know this is a typical New Year's resolution, but still I feel that I need to put it out there regardless. And now I'm rambling on, and I don't even know if there's any point to this video anymore because I'm at the end of it. So that's really all I gotta put out there, and I hope you guys I thank anyone who's listened, and looking at my subscriber count, I need to really get back into it as soon as I can. Not going to rush myself. I'm still going to take my time and be leisurely a little, but yeah, I will return soon. With that said, this is Len Ray talking about 2018 and 2019 and beyond. Over and out.